And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, the Minnesota Timberwolves, 7.5 games behind.
And right now for the Clippers, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles.
Here we go.
We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. And here we are, Greg, about a third of the way through the season. Is it too early to talk about MVP?
Some people debate that even before the season begins. I think we do have a front runner, but out of respect for the field, I'll keep that to myself.
Here's Harden. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Zubac trying to break loose. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
And when Harden's this close, he looks to score. Love his mentality.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Over in the corner, Edwards. A floater. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Powell. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, I asked him how they plan to limit the effectiveness of Kawhi Leonard. Coach said the thing with Kawhi is that even if you're able to slow him down offensively, he'll find a way to impact the game with his defense. He's one of the best two-way players the game has ever seen. So they won't have a moment's rest tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randle likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
Here's Harden. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Zubac, a screen on Conley. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 11.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Now here's Randle, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. It's Powell on the wing, defended by Alexander Walker. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Atlanta Hawks. Zubac against Conley. Inside, here's Reid. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And Reid is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Harden against Conley. Reid with the block. Stolen by Harden. High post, Zubac. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. Conley feeling it out. Pass to Reid. Here's Randle. He's covered by Leonard. Pocket 6. Back to Alexander Walker. Makes up a three. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
And here's Harden for three. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Harden outside. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Reed. Conley against Harden. Here's Alexander Walker. Still yet to score. Conley's shot is off. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harden the pass to Leonard. Down against Edwards. Zubac with the screen for Harden. Connects from three-point range. Harden's got 14.
The numbers are talking. Harden with a huge night, showing great versatility.
Edwards, no good. James Harden getting it done for the LA Clippers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Miller is out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Bamba, a screen on DiVincenzo. They get the rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And at almost 7 feet tall, Bamba is hard to cover. He's adept at getting these calls inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. In the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And then for Los Angeles, PJ Tucker comes in for Mohamed Bamba, and it's James Harden in for Highland. Now here's Edwards, and the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Los Angeles leading by 10. Harden surveying the D, and the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Outside Edwards. Conley with it. Hasn't made one yet. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And stolen by Dunn. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Julius Randle comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for McDaniel. And that one drops for him.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley. Making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
Now, here is Harden. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Minnesota with the ball. Harden missing his last shot. Outside Conley. Pass to Reed. Over Harden. Reed misses.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Dunn finds Harden. 1:29 left to play here in the half. Powell, the pass to Dunn. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Minnesota making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for P.J. Tucker, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Nicholas Batum. .112 left here in the second. Back to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here now the Clippers. They're on a 13-4 run. Count that one. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Conley, the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Fires the three. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 7 points.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Down against DiVincenzo. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Powell pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Leonard finds Powell. Now Dunn. Back to Powell. Here's Harden on the wing. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Well, that's a gut punch to end the half. Just demoralizing.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Clippers ahead. as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Zoo, facing a stout defense like this, what do you guys need to do to be effective?
You know, we look to play in a fast pace, run the floor, run pick and roll, hard defense, and, you know, we're playing good defense so far.
And the results speak for themselves with that. Thanks very much, man. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They're efficient. They play to their strengths. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make the next pass.
Okay, fellas, now we'll look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
You gotta love All-Star Weekend, guys, especially when it comes to the three-point contest.
I think we should have a three-point contest right now. You and me, Shaq. Come on.
I don't even think you could beat Ernie.
Hey, easy. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Reed. Conley with the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Even now, Stan in his late 30s, Mike Conley still able to perform at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, his father was a gold medalist in track and field. So even as Mike Jr. has maybe lost a step, he's still able to compete athletically.
Here is Edwards. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Zubac finds Leonard. Bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Clippers in second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Conley against Harden. Right side, Edwards. To the middle, here's Randall. It's hauled in by Dunn.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Up top, Edwards. And he drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Pass to Leonard. And here is Zubac. 5 to shoot. Minnesota with the rebound. Left side, Edwards. Wasted no time on that one. Edwards got 4 this quarter.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the connection Leonard has with his guys. Knows when to go for that alley-oop.
1:53 left in the third quarter. Outside Conley. That's tipped. Powell with the steal. Here's Dunn. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Edwards. 8 points for him. Alexander Walker finds Randall. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. And yes, it's good. Edwards got 10.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Harden outside. Again, Los Angeles.
And one of the top scorers in the game. Harden has an innate gift for creating his shot.
Here's Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Here's Harden. He's got 26. 46 seconds left in the third. Puts it up from 15. Julius Randle with the rebound. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. They get it back. Reed, no good with the layup.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Powell, the pass to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Harden. Over Conley. Again, the Clippers. Now Edwards. He's got 10. Reed with a screen on Dunn. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Pass to Harden. Batum scanning the floor. Harden against DiVincenzo. Now, here is Harden. D right on him, and he lays it straight in. Harden's got 30.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For three, Edwards. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that game against Miami, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in for Brown. Harden kicks to Dunn. From downtown, Harden no good.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Edwards with another miss. Clippers leading by 22. Dunn outside. Here's Coffey. No good with the triple. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Now, here is Harden for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Randall comes in for McDaniel. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Conley. And here's Randall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
Hey guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Here's Harden. Leonard on the wing. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Randall outside. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Fades away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries. It could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
Here's Harden following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Alexander Walker. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, James Harden.
Make your hell gaming.